My name's Austin, I'm 18, and I've never been to a party. I want to start off by saying that, first of all, I don't really enjoy parties to begin with. I know I've never been to one, but the thought of it doesn't excite me. I don't want to go to a party. I don't feel the need to go to a party. So right off the bat, I already know that I just don't like parties, but I'm going to get into why I don't go to parties, why I've never been to one. And there's a specific reason why I've never been to a single party in my life. The truth is, once you start to do something, that's when it's easier to do it again. Any smoker, any chain smoker started off with one cigarette, that became two, and now they're there today. If they never picked up that cigarette, they'd never be a chain smoker. They'd never smoke. If a drug addict never did drugs, he'd never be a drug addict. But the fact that he did that one time made it so much easier to just do it again and then again and again. And that's the idea I think of about parties. I don't like parties for the fact that it's the type of thing where you wake up the next day and you don't feel like yourself. I know you feel like this. Like, if you go to parties, I know you feel like this. You feel good at the party, you get drunk, whatever. But then the next morning when you wake up, you feel like shit. You don't feel like yourself. Like, you feel different, and it just doesn't feel right. And that's literally because, whether you realize it or not, that is because your energy has been drained from that party. You just drained your energy. And that's another kind of point I want to bring out. I've never been to a party because my drive to be successful is so high that going to parties is not a part of my plan. I think of it like this. So many people get successful going to parties, drinking, doing drugs, but they still get successful. What if you got successful without going to parties? How much better would it be, and how much easier would it be? It'd be more efficient. That's the way I look at it, and that's the way I look at it in terms of why I'll never drink, why I'll never smoke, why I'll never go to parties. And that's a part of the reason why I made the video where I talked about why I was a virgin. I realized that there's so many environmental factors like going to parties that can affect it, and so I don't want to go on that path. I'm not bashing anybody who goes to parties. I get it, I understand it, I get why you go to parties. Of course it's fun, but I just want you to imagine how much easier it would be for you to reach your goals if you never went to parties, if you never went to that first party. Because now you have to fight the urge to go to parties. You have to fight the urge to do something that's unproductive so that you can get a little bit of fun. To me, that sucks. That doesn't sound enjoyable. It doesn't sound enjoyable to be at the party and be consciously thinking like I could be doing something else right now, but fuck it, I'm just gonna have fun. I don't know why, I just don't like the thought of that. Another thing I want to point out, which no one will ever admit, a lot of you go to parties because these parties help you find the happiness you're looking for in your life, when in reality, you're getting an empty void of happiness that doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't ever feel like enough. So you just keep going to parties because you think it's going to help you change, you think it's going to help you feel different, but you end up feeling worse. And it's just a cycle that repeats itself over and over again. I hate to say it, but I've actually noticed going to parties affecting people's lives. I'm not going to say any names. Of course I'm not going to say any names, but I've seen people, for example, there's a female, multiple females, but I'm just going to talk about the one that I really noticed. In middle school, even in the very beginning of high school, she was true to herself. She was just a normal ass kid. But as junior and senior year came around, she started going to parties, she started drinking, and the problem is not the fact that she'd go on the parties, but I can literally tell that she feels empty inside, that she's not happy with her life. She goes to parties a lot, she drinks a lot. It just gets you away from your core and like your true purpose, and I don't know if she realizes that. And she might even be watching this video, and she knows who she is if she's watching this video. I ain't gonna lie. You probably feel the exact same way. You don't really feel like yourself, but you still go to parties and stuff because it's kind of the thing to do. It's the thing to do right now. You're young and you want to try to live your life. What if you use these late teens, early 20s to like get what you really want out of life? Imagine how life's going to be once you're 30 and up. It's just going to be so much better. I don't know, going to parties is just like a setback. I feel like each time you go to a party, you just kind of set yourself back a step, and then you travel 2 more steps only to get back again the next weekend. That's just, it doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't sound like a plan. It doesn't sound like something I'd want to do. And so that's just why parties aren't for me. So to recap, I don't go to parties because it doesn't align with how I envision myself in the future. I don't go to parties because I don't think I'll find enjoyment in parties. I think I will feel like I'm setting myself back so that I have to go even harder, which I don't want. I want to try to make my road to success as efficient as possible, and that's another reason why I don't want to go to parties. If somebody could get successful going to parties, imagine what you can do if you never went to a party. Imagine the success you could have then. Imagine how much more plausible it would be. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. Appreciate you watching this video. Yeah, that's really it. See ya.